Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the earnings call of TAC Infosec Ltd for the financial year ended 31st March 2025. All participants are currently on mute. The floor will be open for questions once the management's presentation concludes. Representing TAC Infosec today, we have Mr. Trishneet Arora, founder and CEO, Mr. Malkit Singh, Chief Financial Officer. Without further delay, I now invite Mr. Trishneet Arora to share a brief overview of the company's performance and provide insights into our operations. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for the joining. Uh, Dear shareholders and all potential investors, as we promised during the beginning of the fiscal year last year post IPO, that we want to become the largest vulnerability management company in the world. And the best way to do that is to acquire 10,000 customers down the line on the road path. So we are very fortunate and blessed to share. Uh, I think there's something wrong on the presentation. Can we go start the presentation? Yeah, just run through the presentation. Thank you. Yeah, so we are very fortunate and blessed to share. The promised has been delivered. Uh, we are surpassing the milestones to become the leader in the cybersecurity field, especially in the vulnerability management. Tax security set an ambitious of 3,000 clients by March 2025 and 10,000 by 2026. The target is already exceeding, having 3,000 customers uh, organically in March 2025. We achieved that, and I hope everybody is aware the customer of what kind of customers we acquired as clients. But however, we'll share the list. We'll highlight the name of customers on the next slides. And we also added 3,000 additional customer base through our acquisition through Cyberscope, which has presence in 100 countries. And we are on track to become, the global leader, especially the largest vulnerability management company by 2026. So the promise has been delivered, which was very critical for us when we set our target post IPO. So that has been delivered. That's the major goal that has been achieved in the fiscal year 24-25. And we are very thankful to all the shareholders, clients, and our partners who trusted us and helped us to achieve this milestone. Would also highlight in the next few slides how this customer acquisition has genuinely and rapidly helped us in the financial growth as well. That will be seen in the further slides. Yeah, we can go ahead further, please. Yeah, so at a glance of the fiscal year 24-25, three acquisitions and one new incorporation, which is in UK. 3,000 new clients acquired, as has been stated, from 100 countries. Four new partnership and accreditations. These are the three major operational and business goals has been achieved in the fiscal year 24-25 post IPO. Market cap highest as on 24th January 2025 was 1,700 crores that our CFO Malkit would highlight. The share price highest was 1,697. This year total income FY 24-25 is 32.2 crores, which is 160% higher from previous year. And the PAT is 14.84 crores, which is higher 135% from the previous year, right? And we also maintained our gross margin, which is a bit approximately 52%, little above than 52%. That also is another milestone which we have achieved this year. Yes, please. So the partnership and accreditations highlight is one of the biggest one is that we teams up with Google as Masa Security Assessor, which is mobile application security assessment tool we built, and we partnered up with Google as we are partner with Google for CASA for cloud application security assessment, as we are preferred partner for them as a security assessor. We also become the ADA approved security lab. ADA is Microsoft, Google, and Meta led App Defense Alliance. We have partnered with them as a cybersecurity assessor. Then we also have become the one of the first cybersecurity company to achieve ISO 17025 by A2LA, which is a global accreditation. There are very few companies globally which are ISO 17025. That shows our strength and our credibility in the field of cybersecurity globally, not just in India. IOXT approved security lab. That's one of the uh, achievement is by our team, TAC Security, that shows our capability in the field and in the industry. We joined the elite group of just 8 authorized security labs worldwide. There are only 8 security assessors for IOXT business. We are one of that now worldwide. That we will see in the further slides how this will help us in the future growth and the future plans. Uh, yeah. So the client growth that we can see month on month growth, not just month on month growth, but also the quarter on quarter growth. Largely, we are seeing here. We started with 103 customer acquisitions in April 2024. Uh, Ending March 2025, we had 3,000 plus customers, which is 3,000% annual growth, because in last 10 years we could only acquire 100 customers from different countries, but in this fiscal year we could manage to bring additional 3,000 customers, right? So this is a huge growth for us as an organization. 3,000 percent annual growth and 20% quarter on quarter growth also has been seen in the fiscal year, right? For example, in April and May and June, whatever the total number was, the end of the last quarter onwards, the quarter on quarter growth has been seen as a 20% as well, right? And as I clearly stated, our target was to acquire 3,000 new customers by March 2025, and 10,000 by March 2026. We Through the acquisition of Cyberscope, we already sitting at 6,000 customer base now, which is a significant growth for organization like us. And now we are aiming for additional 4,000 customer base by March 2026. So, and we are very hopeful and very uh, uh, we have full belief and in trust that we would able to achieve that. Yes. So if we see the customers that we acquire, are Microsoft, Google, SAP, Freshworks, Lenovo, BlackBerry, Xerox, DocuSign, SoftBank, right? DBS Bank, which is the fastest bank in the Asia. Uh, Dropbox, United Nations, one of the department, right? So Nissan Motors. So all big names as a customer has shown trust on tax securities solution and products, and utilized our solution for their vulnerability management and vulnerability assessment needs. That shows bigger, hope for us to, for the future perspective, what we developed, what we taken to the market, what we launched has shown significant trust by and demand by names like Microsoft, SAP, Freshworks, and all of the big names we can see on the screen, right? So Apple is one of that, which I clearly remember is also one of the customer that we acquired for our solution. As I stated in, can we just go back? As I stated in the previous calls, I missed out that if you know how many are new shareholders and how many are new investors. But in the cybersecurity industry and cybersecurity field, the customer acquisition cost is one of the biggest cost. Anywhere between new acquisition of a client ranges between $25,000 to goes up to $1 million, right? For us, that cost is zero, right? So therefore, we are able to compete with global cybersecurity peers and still remain profitable and not burning cash at all on customer acquisition, and still able to acquire such big brands as customers, right? Where the other companies spend huge money and sometimes still not able to make it where we are today, right, as an organization. So that's a huge advantage for us as an organization, that we there is no customer acquisition cost involved. Yes. So these are the acquisitions and new incorporations in 24-25. Wellman Limited, which is step down subsidiary, incorporated in January 2025 this year. Cybers India, we acquired 100% and created as a step down subsidiary of our US entity in September 2024. And also the TAC Cybersecurity Consultancy, acquired and created wholly owned subsidiary of our parent company TAC Infosec Ltd, which is in the UAE. Then we also acquired 60% and created a direct subsidiary, uh, which is Cyberscope, which happened in Feb 2025 this year. Yes, please. Wish to highlight the brief of acquisition of Cyberscope, which took place in this year 24-25. Uh, uh, Cyberscope has more than 3,000 customers in a different part of the world, and they do smart contract audits. They have performed smart contract audit of approximately 2,500 plus smart contract audits has been done by them. Uh, that gives us a privilege to have the customer base and also a new solution as smart contract audit. We are in web 2 security and they are into web 3, so adding that into our portfolio, we have become the first vulnerability management company globally which has now smart contract audit as part of the vulnerability management suite. So our customers can also utilize vulnerability management solution that people are using on our suite, can also utilize smart contract audit, and people who are doing smart contract audit on Cyberscope, they can utilize our solution, right? That's a huge advantage for, it's one of the first kind acquisition in the cybersecurity industry so far. The revenue of Cyberscope ended December 2024 was $1.2 million, and profit is $0.64 million, ending December 24. The profit margin is 52%. Uh, the acquisition cost is, we have done the acquisition at 3.5 PE, uh, uh, which is a strategic value for us. And also, company has reserve surplus, which also become our assets in a consolidated balance sheet. Uh, wish to also highlight the peer company's valuation. The peer company of Cyberscope, the valuation of them was $2 billion as on June 4, 2022. Uh, the company's name is Cetric Audit, and they served 4,700 clients, and where Cyberscope serves 3,000 clients, right? So Cyberscope is in top five smart contract audit firms globally. And by this acquisition, uh, we our customer base, as stated before, our customer base has been increased by 2x, right? So now we have customer base of more than 6,000 customers by ended March 25 this year. So this is one of the strategic acquisition we believe would also help us to take the organization to the global footprints, not from the operational point of view, but also from a strategic point of view as well. So revenue growth, the operating revenue from from fiscal year 2022-2023 versus 23-24, the growth was only 17% in the previous fiscal year. Uh, the fiscal year we just ended, the growth is 160%. So if we see the growth, it's tremendously higher. It's 2.6x growth from the previous year. But if we see the growth in 2022 to 23 versus 23-24 is was just 17%, right? So we need to highlight one point here. The 160% growth, which is 2.66 growth, has been witnessed due to the various factors, majorly the new large clients addition with the low ticket size product launch. Last year we launched a new product, a low ticket size product, which has given us huge interest from the market, cybersecurity industry, and therefore we acquired customers like Microsoft, Apple, Google, and all of them through exclusive partnership. That's also played a major role of the growth, and also the new market penetration. For example, UAE is one of that, so that also has played a major role. However, we feel if the acquisition of Cyberscope would have happened earlier, to their numbers could have also added in the consolidated, but only Feb onwards till March, the 2 months, less than 2 months number has been added of Cyberscope revenue in the consolidated. That would also reflect in the future, which is current fiscal year we are ongoing. That would also add in our numbers. Yes. If we also see the EBITDA, the margin was 24% comparatively to 23 March versus March 24. But if we see April, March 24 to March 25, that has been grown like anything, which is 152%. Uh, and that's the major benefit that we received through the top line through our operating revenue. And significantly that also has been reflected in the profit as well. The profit has been increased from 24% growth to 135% in this fiscal year comparative to the previous fiscal year, uh, where March ending our profit was 63 million INR. Today we are sitting at PAT of 148 million INR. That's huge growth for organization like us, which is 135% growth in the profit. So H1 versus H2 growth also has been seen here. We can see that H1 our revenue, top line revenue was 124 million INR, and in H2 our revenue, operating revenue uh, growth has been seen, which is 181 million now. So if we see, we are not just growing annually year on year, but we are also growing half yearly as well. 46% revenue growth in just 6 months has been witnessed. Uh, that's just because of large number of customer acquisitions we are witnessing. Yeah, I would request our CFO, Mr. Malkeet Singh, to take it forward from here and give a little more brief about the financial numbers. Over to you, please.
Thank you, Mr. CEO. Hi, good evening, everyone. So this is our profit and loss for the financial year 24-25. In the first two columns, you can see the half yearly numbers for H2 as well as H1. And in the last column, the last third column, you can see the full year numbers for financial year 25. So revenue from operations has grown from 124 to 181, which is showing the increment of 46%. And we have another income also. So including that, our total income for the year is 32.2 million, 322 million, which is increasing compared to last year. If we see, it is 179% increase. Then in similar lines, our EBITDA has also increased in this, whether we check from the half yearly columns as well as the yearly comparison in the last columns. So you can go through the same, and then we move to the next slide. Yeah. So this is a balance sheet as on 24-25. So these are the numbers where we can see high reserves, mainly due to the increase in reserve is mainly due to the security premium that we have received during IPO. It is contributing to the maximum amount, and then the flow from current year and previous year's profits. So borrowings, there's no change, and other liabilities, mainly it includes the remaining part of the acquisition cost of cyber security. Similarly, you can see the assets. So majorly our current assets that have gone up a lot, and the major contributor to the same is the funds that we have. We still have huge funds in our bank which have been invested, and apart from that, we have cash, current, open cash also. You can go to the next slide. Yeah. These are some of our financial strength. We are debt free. We don't have any long-term loans or debts, which is a significant point for an entity like us. Then there is no dilution of shareholding. We acquired 3 companies without any dilution, and also there was no change in promoters' shareholding. Then the IPO funds. So the general purpose of IPO funds is whether it's general corporate use, for which we have done for acquisition of Cyberscope. Then the other purpose is mainly IPO related cost itself, which has been done. And thirdly, the HR investment in human resources that we have done, especially for R&D and product development. So that initiatives have been done during the year. We have had a very good positive cash flow. Most of our product development expenses have been taken from positive cash operating cash flow itself. And also we have done some rework on our payment terms to improve the AR, to improve the DSA. And on the basis of that, we have now revised upfront payment terms with the clients, and it is working in favor of the company. And as we have high reserve and surplus, which I have already explained, the major contributor to the same, and we have continued to maintain the high margin, and our current year margin is 46%, which is significantly higher if we compare it with the peer companies. Thank you. Back to CEO.
Yeah, can we go back to that slide, please? Sorry. Just, yeah, the financial strength slide is to add. Yeah. So we have initiated our product development and R&D initiatives as operational initiatives through using the cash flow as well. And while maintaining while using the cash flow, we still maintain our high margin profits, and IPO funds would be utilized in the future growth effectively. uh, that's why the IPO funds has not been utilized, which was the major purpose was to hire the human resources. That has been done. GTM has been done. The leaders from within different areas of the organization of the departments has been uh, taken place, but all of them has been done through a cash flow. We have not utilized the IPO funds, uh, which we would use effectively for the future growth. And product development also has been increased. We have developed further products for the future development, and also continuous improvement of the product has been also done through the cash flow itself, and still remained a high margin. That's what exactly the point we wish to address here. Now the point is the future growth. What are the way forward? 24, 25 is remain very positive and high growth for us. If you see the numbers, what our top line was last year, 24, 20, 23, 22, uh, our profit is higher than our top line this year, right? So we have grown 2.6x this year. We were hoping to grow 2.2x, but we have grown 2.6x. That has gone beyond our uh, uh, promise as well. So, what is the way forward? Next way forward slide, you were able to see what are the goals for the 25 26 fiscal year. Yeah, can we move to the next slide, please? Yes. So, our major, just previous slide. Yeah, our major goal remains the same, to become the world's largest vulnerability management company and acquire 10,000 clients by 2026. We are keeping our goal the same, and we are very hopeful to achieve that goal. Maintain growth on revenue and profit both together in fiscal year 26 as well, as we had in 25 fiscal year 24 25. Our focus would be to maintain that growth. Middle East, we wish to grow in the Middle East area, revenue and partnership in UAE and also KSA region, to be focus area for the growth for wholly owned subsidiary which we have in UAE. Then domestic market, focus on cyber defense opportunities and increase the business in the government sector related to cyber warfare and latest attacks, cyber attacks. We all see where we are sitting today. Last 1 week, whatever we have seen, the cyber has played a major role in this war. So we would increase our focus in the area of government sector, largely to the defense, and hopefully we would able to make impact in the domestic market as well. Cybers India, the deployment of new management. So Cybers India, the entity we acquired, which is our step down subsidiary, 100% step down subsidiary in the US. So deployment of new management in Cybers India to drive the business in the state of New Mexico would be our goal for this fiscal year. Then in inorganic growth also, we are in the process of exploring opportunities to acquire firms similar to past acquisitions such as Cyberscope, Cybers India, like them. But we don't want to make a large investments, heavy investments. We want to remain, keep ourselves lean, and wish to acquire firms through our cash flow, and not to dilute further. That should be our focus area. But however, if any growth opportunity would come across our way, we'll definitely explore all means possible. Then Cyberscope, as I stated before, Cyberscope has huge potential as an organization. We will explore new opportunities for Cyberscope, and we are also exploring new opportunities cyberscope globally. And this entity, we believe, has huge potential, and will take it forward to the next level of this entity. And on a broader vision of tax security group, to we have at the moment. Then cross-selling, increase the per client revenue by cross-selling and upselling of product and solutions of tax security and cyberscope. Existing clients such as IOXT compliance, which we have become an IOXT authorized security lab, AppSec, which is our existing solution, and smart contract audit, which is cyberscope's existing solution. We would cross-sell and upsell the solution to existing customer base, and also bring a new customer base. These are the way forward areas of growth for us, which will be focused, and we are already focusing on that, right? And largely to remain and maintain our growth path, which we had in this year, FY'25, we shall maintain that growth path in fiscal year 26 as well. Yes.
Thank you, sir. We'll now begin the question and answer session. For those who would like to ask a question, please use the Q&A tab on your screen to submit your queries. Over to you, sir.
Hi, Rishabh Agarwal had a question of turnover for 26. As per the regulatory compliance, we weren't able to share the exact number, but as we stated, we would maintain our growth as we had in 2025. We'll maintain the same growth in 2026 fiscal year as well. What is the revenue growth of and EBITDA margin target for? So revenue growth and the EBITDA margin growth will try to keep the remain the same as we had in FY'25. So the same shall be remain in FY'26 as well. Then Pradeep has question. My query is about the cash conversion cycle, which has increased from 160 to 359 days in FY'24. And so, yeah, Pradeep, if you see, our CFO has addressed that. We have changed our strategy, which has helped us a lot of upfront payment, and also the small ticket size customer as well, right? So now we are sitting on a cash reserve. And if you see our revenue versus our ARR, which is comparatively too low, and that has helped us to have a cash flow positive, and also invest back the same amount in human resources, in product development, and sales leadership, and also in the marketing leadership, and also explore new areas of market as well. So that has helped us a lot, and we will try to keep the strategy same, of upfront payment in advance payment, or maybe the less net receivable. That's the strategy way forward. Srinivas has a question. What would be the potential revenue per each APP for tax credit assessment service under ADA MASA? And also, what would be the so ADA MASA CASA, and also a new solution has been launched as ASA, has all the pricing available online on our website. So you can definitely have a look on that. The price range stands between goes up to $4,500 per customer, starts from $540. What is the ticket size, average ticket size for cyberscope, and retention rate? So retention rate is very high, Mayank. We don't have a chunk rate in TAC security. We the customers that we had in 2017 and 2018 also still are customer as well at the moment as well, right? So in the 3,000 customer base, we are expecting this number to be very high, the retention customer. And also we are focusing on a new customer acquisition as well, right? So it would not impact us on a revenue point of view at all. Siddharth, you have a per customer revenue number you wish to know. So as I said, so the average ticket size starts for $540 per customer, goes up to $4,500 per customer, right? So we have 3,000 customers. So average of those 3,000, which is our small ticket size product, the average for them is at the moment $900 per customer, which we are trying to increase through cross selling and upselling. And just understand this math, Siddharth, is today we are sitting at $1,000. For example, we are sitting at $1,000 per customer revenue. Once we have 10,000 customer base, and if we able to increase per customer revenue to $1,000 to $10,000, you can understand where we would be sitting as an organization as a together, right? That's our largest goal. Having 10,000 customer base is not just a milestone that we wish to uh, have it as an organization. That's a purpose that we wish to solve as an organization, that to help the large number of customer base, so that also help us back to increase our revenue in the top line. Do you expect the margin to sustain over the next year? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. The margin will be sustained. Uh, we can see that that has happened in the previous year as well, and hopefully we would try to maintain, not only try to maintain, but also would increase that margin as well. So that's what we are trying to do. So, Mayank. Um, Vivek Singh, hi, good, very good teamwork for F 24 25. Thank you, Vivek ji. Arun Kumar, can you please share that in how much time a new customer starts contributing in revenue? So immediately, Arun, as our CFO has stated, the client, now we have changed the strategy. Any customer which is coming for a smaller ticket size has to pay upfront, then only can be onboarded for the solution. But however, we have existing customer base as well before 24 25 as well. So those are our enterprise customer, and some of them are the government customers. We have to follow the proper procedure SOPs for set customers. That's a different terms we have to follow, that sometime impacts our ARR also. Rakesh Patel, due to tariff war impact on revenue, I don't think so. There would be any impact on us from a company point of view on the tariff, but yes, people are concerned about it. We are looking towards that if there is any impact. But as of now, if whatever we could feel it up, there is no impact. If there would have been any impact, that would have been seen in March, and also ongoing numbers, ongoing fiscal year as well, which we have not seen at all. We are growing as well in these areas, as I mentioned. I'm trying to, sorry friends, I'm trying to uh, go as much as possible and try to respond. I recently, Rishabh is stating, I recently came across Economic Times article helping highlighting tax infosec goal of reaching 100 crore revenue and 10,000 customers in 26. Is this the goal? Yes, that's the goal. It's very clearly stated, publicly stated goal, and that's what we are trying to achieve as well. And that's what, if we maintain our growth of 2.5x, which has happened 2.6, which has happened this year, we would able to touch that number, and that's what we are aiming, and that's what our goal as well. Harsh has a question. TAC result was good. The result was good. There was a lower circuit on result day. Stock went 20% down from a day high. The market is expecting different revenue. See, Harsh, we work for the organization. We can only focus on our operational stuff, which can increase our top line and bottom line, and also our purpose of remain in the industry, right? We are 12-year old in the industry, almost 13, and being a first cybersecurity company public in India, right? When public in India. So that's what our goal is. Stock market is not in our hand, and that's what, as being a founder and CEO, that's not my area of interest as well. That I would definitely invest my energy and time on improving our strategy, execution, new product development, or new synergies between partners, which we would see in the future. I would only able to focus on that, right? The stock market is not in my hand, neither in anyone else hand, as we all understand, right? As I could understand from last 1 year at least. Hardik has question why we have invested in crypto as an organization. Hardik, Cyber Scope works with crypto organizations, and they accept payment in the form of crypto. Therefore, they have a crypto as a reserve that has been seen in our consolidated balance sheet as well, right? So the amount which we paid to the shareholders of Cyberscope, uh, the assets has been remained back with us, right? That's why the reserve is a positive point, which is in our balance sheet reflected. That is in the form of crypto, and some of them is in the form of uh, uh, cash, right, in the bank. But we don't invest in the crypto at the moment. We don't know the future strategy. I'm not able to I'm not it's not possible to comment on the future strategies, but at the moment we are not uh, investing in crypto. So we are, Rohit has a question where we are deploying the cash. So we are deploying our cash back in the product development. One of the costs that we are using the cash using back to the development of the product development and in R&D. And the second is definitely exploring new markets. For example, Middle East, which has given us a good numbers this year, and also UA, and also we are exploring Europe, UK, and as well Middle East. So there we are the market penetration where we are expanding the money to have large ticket size customers. Hemant, revenue guidance has been already stated in the presentation. I would request you to look into that. And again, I'm restating. So we will try to maintain our growth, which we witnessed in FY 24-25. That we will try to maintain in FY'25 26 as well, and same as the margin as well, right? Hope I we could answer, and we could respond back to the questions all shareholders and investors had today. And if you have any further questions or queries, we are always happy to explore. You can throw them to me over the email or to our CFO or company secretary. We are always open to respond back to your queries, and we are very happy and very fortunate to have such great shareholders who have trusted us, and the growth has been seen because of them. And we could witness the growth just in 1 year. The organization has a different tragedy and a different growth. Uh, we are blessed to have all of you as a part of. So I don't believe shareholders as just a shareholders. I believe they are also equally uh, partner and in the organization, and they are also the stakeholders. So that's how we believe. Thank you so much everyone for joining today. Really appreciate your time and looking forward to connecting soon once again in near the future. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of Tech Infosec Limited, we sincerely thank you for your time and continued interest. We appreciate your participation on today's call. You may now disconnect. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you everyone.